Hi everyone. All right, we're gonna make some party mix. This is the perfect time of the year to make it. We're gonna make party mix with Crispix Cereal. Crispix Cereal.
You can't generally call it Chex Mix because we're using Crispix because I like it better because it's got the rice and the corn in one nice little package.
Yes.
Also, it's less likely to be sold out of the stores during this time of season.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So if you go to the store and all the Chex cereal is missing, Crispix works so much better. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like the wheat cereal, and that's what a lot of people add. But the corn and the rice is perfect. Rice on one side, corn on the other.
Why not both?
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so this amount that we're making is a gigantic amount. I'm not sure if you can kind of get the perspective of this island, but this island is 4 feet wide by 4 feet deep. We basically use this entire surface to be able to stir this. It's 5 boxes of cereal. You can cut this recipe into like half or a quarter, and I think it would still work, but we generally don't do that. We just make this gigantic batch and it lasts the entire season. First thing I wanted to talk about is there's 2 different ways that you can make this. You can make it the unhealthy way, or you can make it the extremely unhealthy way. There is no healthy way to make this, or at least not the way that we do it. The way that we make it now is the unhealthy way, not the extremely. You can make this with bacon grease. And if you make it with bacon grease, that's like the traditional Chex Mix back when our grandparents, or depending on how old you are when you're watching this, how your generation did this. But you need to have 6 cups of oil, okay? So what we do is we do 6 sticks of butter. Instead of doing the bacon grease, we substitute 2 extra sticks of butter. But if you wanted to do the bacon grease, it would be a cup of bacon grease instead of the extra 2. So if you wanted bacon grease, in other words, it would be a cup of bacon grease and 4 sticks of butter, or just 6 sticks of butter. Your call. All right, so after that, you need to separate all the ingredients into 2 separate piles. You need a wet pile and you need a dry pile. So wet pile, butter. Wet pile, we also need Worcestershire sauce. And we need Tabasco sauce. Dry pile, we need celery salt, garlic salt, and finally, seasoned salt. The way we're doing this is we're going to dump all of the ingredients onto the island, and then we're going to pour the wet ingredients on, give it a little bit of a mix, then take the dry ingredients and sprinkle it over the top and give that a little bit of a mix. So let's do that now. I have separated everything into the wet and the dry containers. So in a pot, I put all of the sticks of butter, I put the Worcestershire sauce, and I put the Tabasco sauce. And then in a container that has a lid, I put in all of the dry ingredients. You put the lid on and you just shake it to mix it all up like that, and then that's ready to go. So with this pot, I'm just gonna put it on the stove, and I am not going to cook it. I am just literally going to melt this butter. Once the butter's melted, take it off of the heat. You don't want this to start boiling. It'll just make it more difficult for you to work with. So we're gonna take this real fast and dump it on the island and start getting this ready while the stuff is melting on the stove. And at this point now, you wanna preheat the oven for 250 degrees. Awesome. Everything's all laid out on the island. You see, I made it, pretty spread out. Here's the pot with all of the melted butter and whatnot goodness in it. I know it looks like a lot, and it is a lot, but this is what you need. So give it a nice stir, and now we're just gonna pour it over top of the cereal and stuff. Try to make it as even as possible, but the best utensils to do this are 2 really good flippers, spatulas, whatever you wanna call these things, because technically these are not spatulas, even though that's what everyone calls them. And you just kind of mix it around. You can see how a lot of the butter and juice and whatever just kind of falls right through. That's why you're mixing. You're trying to get all of this stuff combined with the butter. All right, now I need my lovely assistant to help me with the rest of this.
One thing that you could consider if you don't have a great big island like this is I've heard of people using a obviously clean garbage bag and dumping everything to mix and shaking like mad to mix it all up. Or what my mother does is gets a big roasting pan, like one of those tinfoil pans like you'd see if you have a catered event, a really great big one. And she'll put all the checks in that and stir it that way.
All right, this is mixed enough now. Oh wait, that corner there is not. I'm sorry. Just realized we have not. Okay, cool. Now that everything seems to be shiny and glistening, that means it's got enough butter all over it. I'm gonna spread this out as good as I can. All right, and you can hear the jingle jangle of Phoebe running around because she is our cleaner pup and she likes to pick up the stuff that falls on the floor, which unfortunately happens pretty often. All right, so now I'm gonna take the dry stuff and I'm going to sprinkle it over the top just with my hand. So put a pile in my hand and then just kind of do that. You can't really do this wrong. Just make sure you stir it really well afterwards.
Interesting fact, this process is called broadcasting.
Broadcasting. All right, so now we're going to stir it again. So it's stirred. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it onto 4 cookie sheets. So 4 of them, regular size. So the easiest way to do this is you take one and you kind of hold it up against the edge of your island and then you just kind of start scooping the stuff on. Figuring out how much needs to go onto each sheet is kind of difficult, so sometimes you have to adjust as you go along. You either put on too much or too little at the very beginning. So now everything's on the pans. We're gonna take it and put it in the oven now, and we're gonna cook it for a half hour at 250 degrees. All right, everyone, so that's Chex Mix. We're done. It's all here. We just need to put it in containers, and that's it. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Hopefully this will help you guys out, and I will see you all later.
And thanks to our cleaner pup, Phoebe, for keeping the floor clean. Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.